And it's KPBS Midday Edition, and it's time for another installment of our series, First Person Stories of San Diegans Told in Their Own Voice. Wednesday is being celebrated around the world as the International Day of Yoga. JoAnn Jaffe founded a San Diego nonprofit that brings yoga to those who may not normally be exposed to the practice. Here's her story.
Yoga has helped me make a complete transformation in both the physical and mental sense, as well as the spiritual and emotional sense. Because of the transformation that I went through, that I wanted to bring this to as many people as I could. My name is JoAnn Jaffe, and I'm the founder of OG Yoga. Basically, we're delivering yoga to those who cannot come into a studio. Those individuals facing extreme, challenging life circumstances like poverty, abuse, incarceration, PTSD, aging, at risk youth, and even visually impaired. I have been watching for years certain statistics go up, like the level of homelessness. I live downtown, so I've literally watched the face of homelessness explode and change in terms of what it looks like. Incarceration, recidivism, poverty, aging, the aging population's getting bigger. And I was dedicated to providing access to these individuals to make a difference in their healing and transformation in their lives. There is a yoga explosion going on in the United States and the world. Currently, 36 million Americans practice yoga. And if you look at the demographics of who's practicing, the diversity is growing, but it does not include the individuals I just talked about. And so I thought that's where we could make a mark. We could help. A lot of people that we teach are in great physical pain. And so to get some relief from that pain is a wonderful benefit. The lessons that we teach on the mat are geared to be taken off the mat. So they can take these breathing techniques and this stretching and some of this posture work back with them and to do it on their own to continue to alleviate pain and create a sense of well-being. All of a sudden, if you start concentrating on breath in through your nose and breath out through your nose, so you take the concentration away from your thinking and your sensation, and you teach yourself to think truly about that full sensation, breath in, breath out. And that calms the body. And by developing that practice, you can start to learn how to respond to stressful situations or something that triggers you versus a habitual reaction. Asana, which is Sanskrit for the physical exercise of yoga, actually means seat. So we actually start with the seat of the pose. Feel all 10 toes in the earth. Feel all four corners of your feet. On the inhale, press those feet into the earth. Feel the support of the earth. Feel your sit bones in the chair. Feel your crown rise skyward. And just invite people to start to experience what's going on in your body, physically, mentally, spiritually, and the sensations that come along with that. Because once we regain that wisdom, and again, took me years, if not decades, to do that. But once you get a taste for it, the transformation is overwhelming because all of a sudden you're able to write out an uncomfortable emotion through the breath. And that's what OG Yoga is all about. It's inviting individuals to reconnect with their body because sometimes, many times, most of the time, people in deep trauma that are storing trauma in their body have lost this connection. one of our original students at the Department of Corrections Partnership. The women who get into the program, they're 45 days to 2 years out from being released, and they wear ankle bracelets. And, they're called clients, and they can wear street clothes, and after a certain amount of time, they can walk to Mesa College, and they have mentorship programs and rehabilitation programs and OG yoga. So this particular individual came twice a week as much as she could, and she was released from prison after about 12 months of taking our classes, and she relates to wearing that ankle bracelet as being the biggest reminder of the biggest mistake she ever made in her life, a DUI felony that had her incarcerated for a number of years. And it was through the classes, at this facility where she learned a sense of calm and a sense of who she was and belief in herself. And she's now, has an apartment. She's working, she's back in school, and she's on a traveling debate team. We're a year and a half into this, and anytime I'm feeling overwhelmed or have had a particularly rejection-oriented day, and I spend a lot of my time fundraising, all I need to do is go to one of our classes, and I know with all my heart and soul that this is the right line of work, and this is what is needed and what is working.
That first person story was produced by KPBS Midday producer Brooke Ruth.